Today's video is all about this very special acne scar removal, anti-pimple and anti-spot soap. If your face is rough and you are having issues with acne or pimples, I can also give you my acne spot removal combo. This smells like yummy yummy. It's not yummy yummy anything, oh. It's an acne scar removal, anti-pimple and anti-spot soap. It's also a blemish control soap, okay? You want to know how this is done? Keep on watching. Welcome to my workstation. Today, I'm going to be making a very special anti-pimple, anti-spot remover soap. Actually, I was inspired to make this video by some of my clients who have had to battle acne and are now happy with their results. I do not have their permission also to show their results here, so I will not be doing so. This soap is one of my signature soap for acne, for pimples, blackhead remover, freckles, you just name it. So since I'm making a fresh batch due to popular demand, I decided to show you a glimpse of how I make it. If you are interested in training also, I am open to training now. My training entails organic, synthetic and pro mixing. If you want training for stretch mark problems, acne problems and all of those things, I can give you specific trainings for those particular issues alone. But if you are interested in having the recipe, the full recipe, beat me up, so let us discuss business. All right, okay, so let's get started. So some of the products I'm going to be using for this acne soap today include this is a combination of carefully selected hard soaps with ingredients targeted at blemish control and the likes of it. These hard soaps are rich in retinol, salicylic acid, and they also have antibacterial and antiseptic properties. I have shredded them, and the weight of this soap is about 2,400 grams of shredded soaps. This is a colored castile soap that has been pre-activated with salicylic acid, right? Also, I'm going to be using aloe vera gel. We all know what aloe vera is. Aloe vera has the capacity to calm the skin and prevent it from having any form of irritation. Because we are dealing with acne here, it is very important that you mitigate against irritation of the skin, because the bacteria that causes acne pigmentation is called P. acne. It is very important that we do not allow that bacteria, because when a skin is irritated, it gives room for the bacteria to become very, very active. Hence, I am using the aloe vera gel to prevent any form of skin irritation while using the soap. Also, let me introduce you to this anti-pimple. They call it anti-pimple anti-pimple balls. All right, these are actually antiseptic in nature, as in they have antiseptic properties and they also have anti-inflammatory properties. I'm also going to be using it in this recipe. Also, in here is a combination of sulfur powder, activated charcoal, cinnamon powder and neem powder. These powders have anti-inflammatory, antiseptic and antibacterial properties. So it is very, very important in this recipe, because like I said before, this soap is not to remove dead skin cells. It is actually targeted to fight against P. acne bacteria that causes dark pigmentation to the skin. Also, this is my skin balancer. Now, I have different types of skin balancers. These balancers are actually targeted towards specific kinds of issue. Previously, I actually did a video where I was making a hand and feet cream, and I also used a skin balancer in that recipe, because it is very important that you know that some of these ingredients also have disadvantages. We are only interested in the advantages and the good things that they provide. We are not interested in the negative things that they can offer. Hence, it is important that in every recipe you have a skin balancer that balances out everything to prevent any form of irritation or skin problems. All right, so that is the reason for this skin balancer. Also, I'm going to be using tea tree oil. Of course, tea tree, you know, is synonymous with acne and all of those things. Whenever you are making any acne products or acne solution or dark spot remover and all of those things, and you do not add tea tree, I really don't know what else you can add. This is a tea tree essential oil, and it is very, very key to this recipe. Also, I'm going to be using miracle powder, and of course this miracle powder is very, very important in this recipe because it helps with burns on the face. You know, some people have these burns on the face. After making this recipe, this soap has the capacity to soften that area where you have burns around your face, be it red burns or black sunburn, whichever of the sunburn. But this miracle powder helps with black spots, pimples, sunburn, and all of those things. I'm going to be, because I'm making a big batch, let me say a moderately average big batch. So I'm going to be using the whole of this miracle powder in this recipe to activate the salicylic acid. Now, I'm also going to be using 2% of salicylic acid in this recipe. I do not want this salicylic acid, which is a BHA, to remove dead skin cells. No, that is not what I'm interested in. Because the reason why some people make soaps and it doesn't work, or some people make acne product and it doesn't work, is because they try to make that particular product, they try to make it answer all things. No, it doesn't work that way with acne. When you are struggling with acne, the best way to attack acne is attack it stage by stage, not just putting everything in one. You want the soap to exfoliate, you want the soap to be antiseptic, you want no. It is not done that way. And it is targeted towards being an antiseptic and antibacterial soap, all right? Because that bacteria called P. acne that causes the spread of acne all over the face is what I want to prevent in this soap. I have an acne combo that I sell. If you come to me and say I should treat your acne, I can't just give you only this soap. This is not only the soap that can do it. The soap will help you fight that bacteria that causes the spread of the acne on your skin, all right? So that is what I am targeting in this particular very product. So this is 2% of salicylic acid in the whole weight of the product. I repeat again, the salicylic acid in this recipe is not acting as an exfoliating agent or to remove dead skin cells. It is acting as an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antiseptic property. And also remember that I have already sanitized this whole area. So watch me make this recipe. So first of all, I'm going to put this castile soap in this. So this is the castile soap. I'm not going to turn it just yet but I'll just put the castile soap and let the shredded soap absorb. Let it be absorbed into the shredded soap. And I'll now follow with my powders. Of course, like I introduced before, these are antiseptic powders. Sulfur, neem, and all of the rest powders. Activated charcoal and all the rest. So that is that. So I'm going to go in with the pimple balls. So I really don't know. I think my camera went off at some point, but it's back now, so we can begin. So after adding that raw castile activated with salicylic acid, after pouring it into this, I had to mix it. I had to turn it together, and so this is how the acne soap is now. So we are not done yet, all right? So these are anti-pimple ball. I'm going to put them. I don't really need to break or press them, because they are all going to melt inside this soap already. So I'll just add it in. Okay, so I'll just add it and leave it. One thing you need to know about acne is that you have to be very, very proactive in treating your acne before it starts. There are some people, they will tell you that before it is during only when they are having their period or they are about to have their visit, that is when they normally develop acne, pimples, and all of those things. But if you are proactive about it, you will prevent it from occurring. This is just the reason for this soap, actually, just to prevent it from starting at all. Because when it starts, at the end of the day, when the acne leaves, it is going to leave you with dark pigmented spots on your skin, all right? So if you are the type that is not lucky enough to have a good skin, it will leave those spots, and when it leaves those spots, you begin to battle with dark spots. In fact, acne is not as frustrating as the spots that it leaves. So that is why you have to be very, very proactive in treating your acne before it starts. Also, if you wait for the acne to occur, then you have the pigmentation to deal with. So which one is easier? Is it not better to prevent the acne than to have the acne and then start battling with pigmentation again? All right, so this soap is actually targeted to strip your skin of that excess sebum that the body produces. All right, okay. So, and also this soap will kill the bacteria that causes acne pigment, that P. acne that I talked about. It will unclog your pores, and also it will strip your skin of that excess oil, which we call sebum. And that is the reason why I made sure that the quantity of salicylic acid in this recipe is not more than 2%. Because if it now becomes more than that, like I said before, it's just for you to understand it. If it's more than 2% in it, it will no longer act as prevention. It will now be acting as removing dead skin cells, which I don't want it to do. Also, it is very important that when you are treating acne, sunblock is your friend. You cannot be treating acne and not be using sun protection, which is the sunscreen. And I would advise that you use a sunscreen that is not less than 50 plus, okay? You have to use sunscreen with SPF 50 and above. The best is SPF 90, but in case you do not go below SPF 50, that is 50. And also, I have said it before in my previous video, if you know that you have an acne prone skin, it is very important that you avoid scrubbing aggressively, as this can cause more trauma to your skin. I see a lot of people, they say they scrub. Scrubbing what? The best thing to use in exfoliating your skin is a chemical exfoliant, not those those abrasive ones that you scrub. Because when you do that, you are causing trauma to that skin, and you are allowing that P. acne bacteria that causes that spread to gain ground. Because when you scrub and causes trauma to your skin. So it causes some sort of irritation that you might not be able to see or feel. And then when that irritation occurs, you allow room for P. acne bacteria to start operating. So it is very, very important that you avoid that. Now, this is another solution that I'm going to add to this recipe today. Okay, so this is my benzoyl peroxide. This is my raw benzoyl peroxide, and it is mixed with another solution like that. It is not only raw benzoyl, and it has to be in very, very small quantity because of the action. It is very, very active actually. So I'm going to be putting it. Of course, you know, we are trying to solve a problem, so we do not want to irritate the skin. Hence, that benzoyl peroxide and that other solution that I added to it. Hence, I'm putting it in very, very small quantity. Now, I will go in with my aloe vera gel. Of course, we know what aloe vera is. This is the raw aloe vera gel. So this one will create a soothing feeling to the skin. So it will prevent the soap from reacting negatively to the skin. So this is it. So So next, I'm going to go in with my skin balancer. This is an important part of this recipe. So very, very important in this recipe. I'm also going to be going in with my raw salicylic acid powder. Then I'll also go in with my miracle powder. So I'm going to turn all of these things together, mix it very well together, and then I will leave it for 24 hours to cure. So this is what has become of my mix. All right, there are still 2 ingredients that I need to add to this mix. Okay, so now I have mixed everything together. This is how it now looks. I'm going to go in with my tea tree essential oil. Okay, so I'm going to add like 10 drops of tea tree essential oil. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, then I'll mix together. Okay, then because of the raw aloe vera gel that I added to this mix, I'm going to be adding my preservative before I covered it up. Okay, so this is my preservative, and I'm going to be using my measuring spoon to measure I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon for this preservative. Okay, so that's that. Okay, this 1 teaspoon is about 7.5 ml. So this is me adding 7.5 ml of preservative to it, and the preservative I like to use is Germal Plus. Now, the reason why I like using Germal Plus instead of phenol is that Germal Plus is active up to the pH balance of about 5 to 6, I think. So because of that, hence I am adding, I prefer to use Germal Plus. This is a broad spectrum preservative, all right? So it's very, very good. I'm not saying the others are not good, but this is the one I prefer using. This is not all yet. I'm going to cover this thing up now. After 24 hours, I will come back and finish the rest of this mix. And also, there's one important thing I want to say here. Those hard soaps I used for this recipe, I avoided the ones that have sodium lauryl sulfate. It is very important that you have to be very deliberate when you are making an acne recipe. Even though we are fighting excess sebum from the skin, it is important that you do not use soaps that have sodium lauryl sulfate in it. Sodium lauryl sulfate actually helps soaps to foam very well, but because it causes a drying effect, that is why you see some people, they complain that after using a particular kind of soap, they feel very dry and cranky. Because of that, I do not like using soaps that contain sodium lauryl sulfate. So all the hard soaps I selected, I made sure that there is no one that contains sodium lauryl sulfate. Even though this soap is targeted at stripping the skin of excess oil, it does not also strip the skin of all the oils also, okay? It just controls the skin from producing excess oil. So now I left this soap to cure for over 24 hours, but not up to 48 hours though. And you can see this is the finished product, okay? Now you can see that I have scooped a little bit out of it. I had a client who couldn't wait for me to conclude everything, to show this video, to complete recording the video before I made her soap, and I had to scoop out of it and use it to prepare her own soap. There's also this one that I had before. This was the former one I had. You can see that I have run out of it. This is it. You can see that I actually ran out of this one. It's only very little that is left. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add it to this new one and blend everything, mix everything together. What I'm actually doing is that I want to break the hardness of the soap by using this. This is not the blender I'm going to use to complete it, because it's going to be very glossy and running at the end of the day before I repackage them into smaller packages. So but with this hand mixer, I will only just break the hardness so that I can use the other one to complete the process. Now I'm going to blend this whole soap together. It looks like it's very big. I don't know, probably I might have to go off camera to blend this soap, but I'll just try and see. I'm going to be doing this continuously until I finish breaking the hardness of the soap, okay? So just watch me. You can see now that it's getting softer. It's getting softer. I actually don't want to do it off camera because I just want you to experience the whole process from beginning till the end. So this is our anti-pimple soap. You can see that the more I use the machine, the softer it becomes. So now I think I'm done with this one, so I'm going to leave this one here. Let me look for a place to keep this one first, and then I'm going to continue with this one. That one was just to enable me make the soap soft because it was already hard. Then I'm going to go in with this one now. So I'm going in with this one now because remember the anti-pimple balls are inside. So I need to blend this together so that the soap will now become very soft and it will turn into a paste. Not liquid, it will turn into a paste. This soap will kill that bacteria that causes the acne pigment. It will unclog your pores, and also it will strip your skin of excess oil that the skin does not need. So thank you for watching this video. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and let's be one big happy family. On this channel, I'm all about skincare products, matching creams with different skin types to give you that wow effect, making creams and soaps. So if this is the sort of thing that you are interested in, so it will not hurt you to just press the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family. I love you all. Stay blessed and bye.